Isoko community vows to banish anyone who votes for APC. Ahead of the February 16 and March 2, 2019 elections, stakeholders of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Ikpidiri Riverine Community, Isoko South local government area of Delta State, have threatened that any indigene who casts his or her vote for the All Progressives Congress, APC, would be banished from the community. Sahara reporters reliably gathered that the decision was taken on Friday during the PDP stakeholders meeting held at John Kpokpogre's residence, a retired admiral at Ikpidiri community, and attended by Agre Apina, a strong PDP member and Archbishop of Bethesda Gospel Mission, Pius Atolo, John Kpokpogre, Emmanuel Imof, chairman of Portplus Limited, a marine firm handling the N736,404. 555. 60 road contract said to have been a COLA gift to the firm by Ifni Akawa of Delta State. Speaking in confidence with our correspondent, a PDP member, who attended the meeting, said other decisions were reached during the meeting, but what was top on the agenda was the banishment of any indigene who cast his or her vote for APC in the February 16 and March 2 elections. He said, at the meeting, the issue of the arrest of Mr. Endurance Ukpethu over the protest concerning the controversial Kola Nut Road contract was also raised, and Emmanuel Imof, chairman of Portplus Limited, a marine firm handling the controversial Ikpidiri N736,404,555.60 road contract, vowed to deal with the local government council chairman, Isoko Ikpekpo, for backing up Ukpethu. Emmanuel vowed to fight with the last drop of his blood to make sure that Ikpekpo and Ukpethu are jailed. At this juncture, Agre Apina, Archbishop of Bethesda Gospel Mission, Erie, cautioned him to tread with caution, as those protesting against the controversial substandard road project meant well for the community and should be invited for a dialogue. However, Emmanuel vehemently turned down the cleric's advice. As I talk to you, following the banishment threat targeted at APC members, so many persons in the past 2 days have been dumping the APC for PDP for fear of being molested and banished. A community leader, who preferred not to be named for fear of attack by political thugs working for the Portplus Limited chairman, said, the issue of banishing APC members in Ikpidiri by Emmanuel and PDP leaders in the community is threatened is a fact and must not be handled with kids' gloves at all. Before now, Emmanuel and Kpokpogre, a retired Navy admiral, had vowed to use their connections to occupy the community with soldiers and other security agents, who will harass and intimidate APC members during the general election. In the 2011 and 2015 elections, that was how Emmanuel and Kpokpogre occupied the entire community with soldiers, harassing, beating and intimidating members of the opposition. I can also tell you that Emmanuel has brought in wrappers to be distributed to women and girls, including cash, during the elections. Though I don't belong to any of the political parties in the community and I don't vote, a level playing ground must be allowed for all parties in the community during the elections. You know, Emmanuel will do everything to protect his food from the PDP and to grab more multi-million naira contracts and amass illicit wealth to the detriment of the community indigenes. A case study is the controversial Ikpidiri road contract, which he said was given to him as Kola Nut Governor Akawa. A member of the APC in the community, who simply identified himself as Orawa, confirmed the development to our correspondent, stating that series of secret meetings have been going on at the residence of the owner of Portplus Limited, perfecting plans on how to rig the elections and use soldiers to harass, intimidate and beat us members of the APC in the community, which they have done in the past before now. You can't turn a whole community into a one-party community. We APC members and Ikpaidiri community want to use this medium to call on President Muhammadu Buhari, the party's governorship candidate, Chief Gretogboru, the immediate past governor of the state and APC Delta South senatorial candidate, Dr. Emmanuel Udulahan and Honorable Joe Alanawakpo Thomas of Isoko Federal Constituency to come to our aid and also put solid measures in place for the protection of our members and Ikpaidiri during the elections. How can a man will so be desperate and dubious and fraudulent and plan to maim his own people because of elections? This is a man, for reasons best known to him, changed his real name from Emmanuel Amojf to Emmanuel Amof. This is a man that was given a road contract of almost 1 billion naira as Kolabayakawa, according to his elder brother and President General of Ikpaidiri, Mike Amojf. Emmanuel and his cohorts have always been involved in vote buying in this community during elections. At the end, he will use the community to negotiate for political appointment for his family members and grab contracts. For good 16 years now, the senator representing Delta South Senatorial District, James Manager, and member representing Isoko Federal Constituency, Leo Ogar, have failed the people Ikpaidiri community and Isoko in general, as such must be voted out. Blood will flow should they carry out their plans to rig the elections and use soldiers to harass and intimidate us, the APC declared. At the time of filing in this report, all efforts to reach out to Emmanuel Amof and other PDP leaders who participated in the stakeholders meeting, proved abortive as their mobile lines were not be reachable. However, a community member disclosed that the riverine community has no mobile network due to the terrain.